need to start. Okay, today we are going to study how to write cause and effect essay. And then I have already sent you the file in the chat box, okay? And before we start with this one, I'll be using with my PowerPoint slide, and after that we will put to this one, so that you may have clear picture. Because I prepare extra exercises. It takes time before a month. My God, what happened? I see. So shall we have a look at this one? So what is cause and effect essay? When we talk about cause and effect essay, so it explains, right? When we talk about the definition, it explains why something happens, okay? Why something happened is a cause, right? And what result from it is effect like this. So we need to make sure. What is cause and effect essay? Whenever we talk about cause and effect essay, okay, why something happened, it is cause, and what result from it will be the effect. We have to make sure it is quite clear. And this is just an example. Heavy rain. Heavy rain is the cause, and what will be the effect of it, result of it? It will cause flood like this, right? So what is the cause? Lack of exercise. What will be the result, or what will be the effect of it? Poor health, like those things. This is the relationship between cause and effect, and I will show you here. This is the structure of a cause and effect essay. Maybe it is almost the same, okay? So we have to write 3 paragraphs, okay? Not 3 paragraphs, okay? For introduction, body paragraph, and conclusion. So introduction, as usual, we have to write hook, background information, and thesis statement. And body paragraph, we have to talk about, if it is a cause focus, we have to discuss causes of an event. If it is an effect focus, we have to discuss effects of an event like this, okay? For the conclusion, we have to summarize the main points, and we have to restate the thesis. And we also have to mention our prediction or opinion. All the structure will be the same. These are the example of connectors. If we want to show the cause, we can use because, since, due to, as a result of. If we want to show the effect, we have effect or result, we can use therefore, thus, consequently, as a result. These are the comment connector to show cause and effect. You need to make sure of those things. No? These are the comment, cause, and effect connector. So really painful. Just playful kitty, okay? So shall we have a look? These are the example connectors. Later, we are going to do the exercise. Try to remember, no? If we want to show the cause, we have to use because, since, due to, as a result of. If we want to point out effect, we have to show therefore, there's, consequently, as a result. So shall we do some exercises so that it will be clear for you? So you have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate connectors. So you have to fill in the blank with the correct cause and effect connector, like because, due to, so, as a result, and therefore, okay? So shall we do it together here? The flight was delayed, blood heavy fog. Which connector do we have to use? The flight was delayed.
Due to.
Okay. Yes, we have to use due to like this, right? Okay. First one will be due to. What happened this one? Maybe I think I'm gonna close this one here. So what about second sentence? She didn't set at a land, okay? She overslept.
As a result.
Yeah, okay, so as a result, also like this, okay? So, but be careful, no? As a result solution, you need to use another comma. Here, you have to, okay, comma. So, if you want to use as a result solution, there will be another comma here like this, no? So, the roads were slippery. Driver was advised to be cautious.
As a result.
So what about another one? I couldn't join the meeting Blend. My internet connection was unstable.
Because.
I couldn't join the meeting because my internet connection was unstable. It was a national holiday. All government offices were closed.
Therefore.
It's right, therefore. So up to this now, any questions so far?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? Okay, you may have some clear picture. Now shall we move to another one this time? Happy Chinese New Year, no? Because Atulingo didn't close, that's why. So sorry for that, okay? These are the keys, not all of your answers are correct. Okay, so now we are going to do another exercise. Match the cause and effects, okay? Match the cause, column A, with the cause effects, with the correct effect, column B, using the appropriate connector. Column A talk about cause, column B talk about effects, and connector will be here. I will give you another column. So or therefore like this, no? So I do the first one as an example. It started raining. We have to cancel the picnic.
So.
We can say it started raining, comma, so we have to cancel the picnic. Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes for thinking time, and after that we will check the answer together. Okay, how can we create it? Maybe you later we will discuss, but no. Okay, ready? Shall we check it together? Have you already thought about it?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what about another one here? She forgot her umbrella. She got sockets. Okay, at the time, which connector do we use? Okay, can we use?
As a result.
As a result.
Yes, as a result, like this, right? Okay, so she forgot her umbrella. As a result, okay, umbrella, semicolon, and then after that, as a result,
As a result,
She got
she got soaked.
okay, what about another one? He was feeling sick. What about this one?
because
Because
Yes,
he
he was
stayed
sick.
home from work.
he stayed home from work
Actually, yeah,
because he was really sick.
Yeah, yes, Dirling, yes, you're right. He stayed home from work because he was
Because
feeling
he was really sick.
Okay, so if you want to write solution, he was feeling sick, so he stayed home from work like this, no? But here, connector is you are given only because and due to, so that's why you have to start your sentence with he stayed home from work because he was feeling sick. What about another one here? There was an accident on the highway. Okay, how can we write it? Okay, there was an
There was an
There
accident
was
on the
on the
highway.
highway.
okay. There was an accident on the
So
highway.
the traffic
So
was
the traffic was
Oh, the
terrible.
traffic was terrible.
was
Yes,
bad.
very good. Good job. Okay. So what about another one here? The team worked hard.
As a result,
Therefore,
Therefore, like this, okay, they won the
they won the competition.
Okay, you can also write as a result, but here, Maro, therefore is more suitable. The team worked hard. Therefore, they won competitions. Actually, they are quite similar, but no, not too much difference.
Teacher,
Yes.
yeah, in number 4, can we use as a result instead of so?
Yes, a little bit you can. Slightly different only. There was an accident on the highway. The traffic was terrible. So actually, really, I think I need to show you about the difference between so the as a result and then therefore, so that you may have clear picture, I think. No? If not solution, you won't have it. Okay. So what's the difference between the usage of so and result?
I think the first we make because of the first action, it depends on the first action. Like for action, we use as a result.
Okay. Okay, so now I think I better show you like this, okay? For example, so is quite casual and usually used in conversational. Especially so is used in informal speech and writing. And sometimes we have to use so between two independent clauses like this, right? Okay. So for example, I will type in the chat box so that you may have clear picture. So is used in informal speech and writing. Maybe can between two independent clauses, and you have to use with comma. So for example, it was raining, so we stay inside. So like this, we have to use comma. But remember, we don't normally use so at the beginning of a sentence in formal writing. Okay. So another one, Garo, as a result has a neutral and slightly form, a neutral tone. And okay, not natural. Neutral and maybe just slightly formal. But we can use as a result at the beginning of a sentence or after a semicolon, okay? Okay. For so cannot use at the beginning of a formal sentence like this, right? Maybe. Now, I will write about an example sentence using as a result. For example, he missed several classes, and as a result, he struggled with the final exam. like those things. Or maybe here, Microsoft company, why not? I'm just kidding, lots any customers, like semicolon, and then as a result, sale drop. Okay, this is just another example. So what about therefore? Therefore is quite formal, and we usually use it in academic writing. Academic tones. So we usually use why we call academics. We can see therefore in formal writing like academic papers and business communications. So therefore can be used at the beginning of a sentence or after a semicolon. So for example, right here, she worked hard, therefore she received a promotion. But one thing you have to remember is, okay, therefore cannot be used in casual speech. Especially in speaking. Just the difference like this one here. We will go back to the exercise here. Why can't we use why can't we use as a result like this, okay? So for sentence 4, right? There was an accident on the highway. The traffic was terrible. Here my so is quite informal. And then as a result is neutral and just a little bit formal. So there was an accident on the highway. The traffic was terrible. So what type of tone is it? Is it formal tone or is it an informal tone? Or especially used in conversation. When we talk about an accident on the highway, it's just like conversation, right?
Yes.
So that's why we prefer to use so.
So, yes.
Yes, teacher.
Another one here like this, okay? The team worked hard. They won the competition. The team worked hard, therefore they won the competition. So here you are given therefore and as a result. As a result is a little bit formal and it has a neutral tone. And therefore is usually used for academic one and then formal one. So here, Mabono, the team worked hard, they won the competition. We usually talk about competitions and then send like organization. At the time, we tend to use formally, more formally like those things. So that's why we prefer to use therefore. Okay. If you would like to use as a result, it's okay. A little bit different because as a result has a neutral tone and a little bit slightly formal. Therefore, is more formal and it can be usually used in academic one. But for the fifth sentence model, you can use both of them. There is not much difference. Okay, up to this now. Any questions so far? No, right? Okay, so be careful now when we are talking to each other. If you want to show the results, don't use therefore or as a result. It is better to use so. It is quite okay, informal and can be used in conversation. So now we'll be moving to another one this time. So we are going to rewrite sentences using a connector. So rewrite each sentence using a suitable cause and effects connector. So the first one here, we will have a look. The power went out. We have to stop the online class, okay? I'm just kidding, no? But I try to use with inverter and I still continue my lessons, okay? So you have to rewrite. we will have to stop the online class. The power went out. At the time, which connector should we use?
Because, teacher.
Because.
Very
Power
good.
went
It's
out.
okay. We have to stop the online class because the power went out. Okay. We have to prepare now because just only in the winter season and a lot of power outage. And what would happen in summer? We need to prepare that one. So what about another one here? He was tired. He went to bed early. Which connector do we have to use?
I think because.
Because as
Yeah,
since
because and as,
because yeah, since
of course. Maybe he was tired. He went to bed early because he was tired. And we can also use as also.
okay, can we use sing?
Yes.
Yes.
I think here, I need to say it one more time. Okay. What's the difference between as, because, since, like those, you know? Okay, later I will talk about it. Okay, what about another one? She practiced every day. She improved her speaking skill. She improved her speaking skill. Let practicing every day.
Because
Because
as
of
Yes, because of, as a result. Yes, you can use both of them. Okay, as a result of, because of, like this, right? Okay. Because of practicing every day. Okay, so here we are going to have a look at what's the difference between as and then because and sings like this. Okay, here I will show you. Maybe I think I need to prepare another PowerPoint slide, you know. But when I was preparing the PowerPoint slide, those ideas did not pop up in my mind. And then now, because of your questions, I got an idea. Oh my God, so I forgot my password, that's why. Okay, so I better type in the chat box, okay? So what's the difference between as, sings, because, and sings, okay? So first of all, I talk about as. Okay, as is formal and sometimes informal. And we can use as for reason. So we use as to explain the reason for something, or maybe it often be more formal or neutral. Sometimes it often be more formal or neutral as well, no? So we can use at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of a sentence, okay? So it is quite common in not only in, more, maybe also in written context, written English and just formal context. For example, but as it was raining, we stay inside. Okay, like this, no? So what about because? Because it has neutral tone. And it is derived. And it can also be used to talk about reason. Compare with as, it is the most direct way to give a reason. And it is informal, but quite common in both spoken and written English. But remember, because is often avoided at the beginning of a sentence in formal writing. Okay? You should not start your sentence with because in formal writing. It is quite okay in daily context, but no? For example, she didn't come to class because she was feeling sick. So what's the difference between sings here? Sings means sing is it has not only formal sense but also informal sense too. But one difference is that it talk about not only reason, it also talk about time, like those things. So in order to make it quite clear, sings can refer to time or to express reason. We usually use sings at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of a sentence, okay? Sometimes it can be interchangeable with because, but it can be sound a bit more indirect and casuals, okay? Since can be it is quite common in spoken English and more casual natural soundness explanation like this, okay? For example, for the reason we can use since it's your birthday, we will go out for dinner. If you would like to talk about Thai, I haven't seen him since last summer. So to summarize, the difference between as, because, and sing is that as to show reason, formal and neutral tone. Okay, so it can be used at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. So because if you want to talk about direct reason, it is neutral tone or informal. We usually use in the middle. So since Karo maybe in to talk about reason or Thai. When we talk about reason solution, it is casual and formal. And formality as well, it is neutral tone. We can use at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle. So for example, to make it clear. Okay, so now I think you are quite a little bit clear about that one. No? So as Karo can be used as a reason. It has formal tone or neutral tone because Karo direct reason. Okay, so it is informal. Since Karo can be used as a reason, especially used in casual tone and sometimes as a formal. It can also be used in a time situation. Got it? Any other questions so far? So far, so good, right? So now we move to another one this time.
Teacher,
Yes.
how about the usage of so and therefore?
I see like this, okay?
Yes.
So like I have mentioned before, so is informal and therefore is formal in academic here. So I will type like this, okay? So is informal. Therefore is formal and usually used in academic work. Academic word. So here as a result, will be neutral and formal. Okay. Yes. Any other questions?
Yes, teacher. The usage of so and therefore can be differ from the
Context.
can be differ from the preference of the users, or it is where there is any grammatical point of view to differentiate.
Maybe according to the context only that. So
Yes.
it's used in informal context and therefore is used in formal context. And we can usually say, therefore in academic paper, writing. For example, when you are writing an essay, we prefer to use therefore, right? But when we are talking about, we don't use therefore. Well, when you have a conversation with your friend, which one do we usually use? So, right?
So
About
yes.
therefore in this way. Okay, so is informal me. We usually use in casual conversation. Therefore is in written form, more written form. Okay.
Yes, teacher. Thank you very much, teacher.
You're welcome. Okay. What about any other questions so far? Okay. If you have a question pop up in your mind, okay, you can raise your hand and you can ask me. Now we move to another one this time. So this is the key. Okay. So we are going to identify cause and effect relationship here. The roads were icy, so the car slipped off the road. Which is the cause solution? I show you an example. Okay. Icy road is a cause, right? Effect will be car slip off the road like this, right? So another example, we will have a look. She studied hard, so she passed the exam. Cause is study hard. Effect is pass the exam like this. So up to this now, any questions so far? Because later we are going to do sentence exercises. I will give you sentences. You have to identify which is cause and which is effect. So up to this now, any questions so far?
Not yet, teacher.
Not yet.
Okay, so now we move to another one here. So in order to help you, I prepare send guided questions here. So affect me, what happened? Cause me, why? Why did it happen? So in order to show that, which signal words help us understand the relationship? Okay, so therefore or so, or maybe I think I have already mentioned in the chat box. Okay, so maybe here I think I also show you the slides. Okay, like this. Cause solution, no? Because to, since, due to, as a result of. If you would like to show the effect, you have to use therefore, there's, consequently, as a result, like this. Okay, so whenever you have to find out which is the cause and which is the effect, you have to think of these three questions. What happened? What happened is effect. Why did it happen is the cause. And which words help you understand the relationship? It's the signal words. These are the signal words. Connectors are usually known as signal words. Okay. So now we move to another one this time. Okay. So shall we do some exercises here? The streets were flooded because it's rained heavily overnight. What is the cause and what is the effect?
The street were flooded in
It's
floods.
Okay, what is
It
cause?
rained heavily
What is
all
cause?
night.
Rain
Cause.
heavily all
Cause
night is
is
cause.
it rained heavily all night.
Okay, causes it rain
It's rain
heavily
heavily on.
Heavily all
night.
night.
Like this, right? Okay. Causes it rain heavily or night. Okay, these are the cause like this. Okay, these are the cause. So what about effects? Effect will be
The
Flood.
streets were
Streets
flooded.
these
Streets
were
were
flooded.
flooded.
Yeah, right. Okay.
When flooded.
Flooded.
Yes, these are the effect like this, right? Okay. So now we will move to sentence 2. She studied hard for weeks, so she passed the exam with a high scores.
So the cause is
She
Cause
studied
is-
hard
Cause it's
for weeks.
studied hard for
for weeks.
yeah, she studied hard for
Hard
weeks.
for
Right?
weeks.
Okay. So she
Cause.
studied hard for weeks. It is cause.
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 So the effect or the result will be
We passed the
She
She
exam
passed the
with
exam with a high
Exactly.
score.
high
With a high
score.
score.
Okay, pass the exam with a high scores like this, right? Okay. So another sentence, we have a look at another sentence. Due to the traffic jam, he arrived late to the meeting, which is cause.
Due to
The
the
traffic jam is
Traffic
cause.
jam, right?
Cause,
Okay, traffic
yeah.
jam is the cause like this, okay? The traffic jam is the cause, and effect will be
He arrived
He arrived late
hey,
to
he
the
arrived
meeting.
late to the meeting. Okay, got it now? Show you here. So up to this now, any questions so far?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, right? So now we'll be moving to another one this time. We are going to do some more exercises for cause and effects chats. I think I will show you here. Later, we are going to talk about this one. So we are going to do some brainstorming activity, but later we are going to do it. Effects or social media on society, okay? Maybe later we are going to talk about this one. This is just an example. Cause will be increase social media use. Effect will be reduce face-to-face communication. So why did this happen and what might be another effect? Later, I will let you talk about this one. So in order to make it clear, we are going to have a look at cause and effect charts. This is these are the cause and these are the effects. Because of heavy rain, flooding in the streets will result, right? Will happen. And lack of sleep, what about the result? What about the effects? Okay. Poor concentration in class. If you study hard is the cause, and the effect will be you will gain high tax scores. If you eat too much junk food, what about the effect? Effect will be there will be weight gain.
Okay.
So cause is what makes something happen, and effect is the result of the cause. Some causes have multiple effects. This is an exceptional case. No, some causes have multiple effects. Cause is not exercising. What about effects? You will gain weight, you will have lower energy, there will be lots of health problems. Okay, so sometimes it is only one cause and there are multiple effects like this. So in order to do that, I think I need to show you this one. Which is I see. So shall we have a look at this one? This is cause and effects, but no? So what is cause and effect, Essie? Cause and effects explain why things happen, okay? And what happens as a result of an action or an event. These are the effects, no? So you need to write to inform or to persuade. So these are the send example, no? Topics for cause and effect essay. Negative effects of internet use, the real causes of Spanish-American world, the unintended consequence of learning a second language. Okay, so like I have mentioned before, sometimes there is one-to-one relationship. So shall we have a look? One cause, and there will be the one effect. Sea levels are higher. What about effect? Flooding of coastal city is more frequent. What? Driving conditions were poor on May 7, 2018. So what will be the effect? Over 20 cars, they were involved in accidents. Okay, so people are living longer. So increased healthcare is needed for the elderly. So what about several causes? So here, another one here. Marwan takes good notes in class. Marwan study his notes every day. Marwan participate in class. So these are a lot of separate courses, and there will be only one effect. Marwan gets high scores in his exam, like this. And there is only one course, and there are a lot of several effects like this. People lose trust in a country's currency, like similar situation in our country. No, the exchange rate is higher, and the value of our money is decreasing day by day. So people lose because it is the course. People lose trust in a country currency. So what will be the several effects? The value of the currency decrease, okay, and prices on most goods increase, maybe not double, maybe triple, like this, right? Exchange rates for the currency fall. People lose trust in certain country currency. These are the several effects, okay? So there is one-to-one relationships and a lot of several causes, and there will be only one effect, or only one cause, and there will be multiple effects. So up to this now, any questions so far?
No, teacher.
Not yet. Right? Okay, shall we move to another one this time? Okay, later on we are going to talk about this one, but not here, ma. We move to another one. Okay, so we are going to complete the chat with the missing cause and effects. Cause is too much screen time. What will be the effect? Okay. If you have too much screen time, you will what will happen to you?
You
Yeah.
will get headache.
Headache, right? We will get a headache, and then
And
ice
ISO.
rains.
Ice
Yes,
rain.
ice rains, and what else?
And
If we are focusing on screen all the time, do we have a chance to do same physical activity?
unknown.
No, right? Okay, less physical activity.
Less physical activity.
Maybe because of headache, because of ice rains. Can we sleep well at night?
No.
No, teacher.
No, right? Okay. Only one cause is too much screen time. These are the samples of the answer, no? So you will have ice rains, okay, headache, less physical activity, and trouble sleeping, and what else? What are the others effect?
I think we might gain weight.
Of course, we might
Yes,
gain
because
weight.
we don't
Might gain
do
weight.
physical exercise.
Yes, of course, we might gain weight. And what else? What else can you think of?
And I think like acne on our face.
I see.
Yes.
Acne, yes, of course. We will have acne on our face too, right? Because we have sleepless nights, like those things, right? So thank you so much for your answer. Now, shall we move to another one this time? What is the cause? Effect is better public transportations. We will have better public transportation. First of all, who
Right
is
on
more
time.
responsible? Yes.
No.
No. What we are talking about cause.
Cost.
We have a lot of trouble, okay, or maybe like traffic congestions or buses, they are dirty and old and deteriorated, especially in our country. So who is responsible for that one? Who is the official authority?
Government.
Government.
The
Yes, right,
government.
okay. So government should take an action, right? So that's why government investments, and then what else?
Since I live in urban area,
Yes.
that's why we get better public transportation.
I see. Okay. So in order to have public transportation, we better live in cities, right? Okay. not
Yes, yes.
other small towns, right? So in other small town, there is no public transportation. You need to have bicycles or motorbike, right, in order to travel from one place to another. So their possible cause will be government investment. Government should take an action. Another one will be if there are a lot of people, so there will be better public transportation. So if there are a few people and the city dwellers, they don't care about the development of their cities or development of their town, and they will use their own motorbike and bicycles for transportation. So there won't be no public transportation system there. So public or the city dweller must have concern about those things. If we have a lot of people or something, there will be a lot of transportation systems. A government will deal with that one. And after that, we thought that, okay, so not in our country, in other country like this, okay, between rush hour, small car, they are not allowed to pass this road because of rush hour, and especially for the public bus, they can go through that road, okay, blah blah blah, especially in the downtown area. So there will be the less pollution, and there will be the less traffic jam. If the government allows small cars or the private cars to go through this congestion area, there will be more traffic jam. Because a small private car, it can carry at least 4 people, right? So what about the public bus? It can carry almost 30 people, like those things. So government should deal with those things. So government investments or increased city pollutions or pollution concerns, these are the causes. Maybe we are going to do some more exercises. Okay, you have to complete cause and effect checks. In order to do that, I will let you work with a partner in the breakout room. Okay, you better work together. There are more than one possible answer. I will give you only 6 minutes. Wait for a while. I will let you work with a partner. You have to think at least 2 effects or 2 causes, no? If you can think of. Only 9 people. I thought there were 11 people, right? But let it be. Okay, now I will start the breakout room. In the breakout room, I want you to work together. In one room, there will be 3 people now. So you have to work together and you have to think of what are the possible effects and what are the possible causes like this, okay? I will give you 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, I will close the breakout room. So when you come back to the main session, you have to share your idea, okay? So now I will start. Woody is missing, right? Woody is in and out, I see.
Yes, teacher. But
What about global warming? What will be the possible effects?
I have like air pollution, and then we will have a climate change.
Okay, we will have a climate change. Okay, and
And like rising sea level.
rising sea level.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Okay,
Wildfires.
wildfires. Okay, because of global warming. Yes, you're right. Rising
Yeah.
sea level, and then
And
yeah, what
drought.
is that? Drought. Yes,
Drought, increase it to drought.
increased drought. Okay, go ahead. Yes, like this. Not all of you.
Increase temperature.
Yeah.
Increase temperature.
Yes, increased temperature like this, right? Okay. And extreme weather like this, right?
Yeah, teacher.
So what about drinking too much coffee? What will be the effect?
Sleep problem.
Deprivation.
Like you cannot sleep very well.
You cannot sleep
Sleep
very well.
problem.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Caffeine
trouble sleep.
overdose.
Right.
Okay.
Effect on heart problem.
Yeah, head
Yeah.
problem. Yes, affect on head problems. Because if we drink too much coffee, okay, we suffer from nervousness, right? Okay, because of caffeine like this, right?
Caffeine overdose, teacher.
Caffeine overdose. Yes, of course. Okay, and what else?
The effect of drinking too much coffee can increase the heart rate.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer. So
Yeah.
what about if we exercise regularly? What will be the effect?
Reduce risks or diseases.
Yes,
We will have a better sleep.
better sleep and better health. And if we do exercise regularly, so we will lose
Our weight,
weight, right? We will lose weight.
and it
And
can
then,
also reduce our
Right.
strength.
okay. And I had two voices, one by one each. Okay. Who will go first? I'll go ahead. Okay, who will go first?
Let's say, can I?
Active.
Okay.
So I think exercising regularly will make us stay motivated and also energetic.
Yes, of course, right? Okay, thank you. What about the others too?
It's good for your blood circulation
Yes, it's
and more flexible.
yes, of course. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So what else? What else? No more, right? Okay.
And also, like, you're gonna feel more energetic by
Yes, more. Is it?
exercising.
And okay, I see. Okay, so I will ask. Okay, like this. Thanks for your suggestion. So that you don't know. Okay, so maybe I will ask individually, not individually. Maybe group by group. Okay, let me have a look. So shall we start from the beginning? So what about cause and effects, global warming from round one, Sue or Tiriling, who will talk about the effects of the first statements? Because of global warming, what will be the effects? Sue or Tiriling, who will go first?
Yes, teacher, I will go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, teacher. We both think the effects of global warmings are rising temperatures, food shortage and drought, and also wildfire, and some kind of mental issues like anxiety because of fluctuate temperatures we suffer, teacher.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Sue and Tiriling. What about round two? Itingi, Sumya, and Nina, who will go? Who will share about this one? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yes. It can affect on heart rates, like sleep cycles, because of the caffeine.
Yes. Maybe you have to share about the first one, the big global warming. So what are the causes?
Yes, global warming. We all agree that like increasing temperature, droughts, and storms.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So what about Cherizo and Kanjalin? So please tell me the effect of the first one, global warming.
Yes, teacher. So the rising temperatures and rising sea level are the effects of the global warming.
Yes, thank you. So what about Joe and Tanda A? What about you? Who would like to share about the first one? What are the effects of global warming?
First, global warming, teacher, like air pollution, climate change, and increased drought.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So now we'll be moving to another one. So now we will start with run 4. What about Joe and Tanda A? So what are the effects of drinking too much coffee? Joe or Tanda A? Who will go? Who will share about this one?
Should I say again, teacher?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We will have like sleep problems, anxiety, and caffeine overdose.
I see. Thank you. So what about Cherizo and Kanchoni? What are the effects of second point, drinking too much coffee?
uh, we discuss like you feel more awake
Yeah.
even at the night,
Yeah.
and the rises or your happy rate.
I see. Thank you. So what about Itingi and Sumya? Okay, who would like to share? Okay, what about Itingi and Sumya? Anything? Any idea? Would you like to share?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
And one, drinking too much coffee.
by drinking too much coffee, it can affect on our heart rate and also sleep cycle because of the effect of caffeine.
Okay, I see. Thank you. What about Sue and Diriling? So what about your idea? What are the effects of drinking too much coffee?
Yes, we think like it can increase our heart rate and blood pressure, and my partner thinks it can cause like sleep deprivation.
Okay, sleep deprivation. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yes, you are right. It could be called trouble sleeping, increased heart rate and nervousness, and sleep deprivation also. Okay, so what about the effects of exercising regularly? Shall we start with Cherizo and Kanjolin? What are the effects of exercising regularly?
Um,
Yes.
Yes, I will go first.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
exercise or exercising regularly can make our regular circulations and it can maintain our healthy weight.
Yes, of course. So what about Joe and Tanda A? What about your idea too?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Exercising regularly, physical well-being, reduce sweat.
I see. Thank you. So what about Itingi and Sumya? Okay. What are the effects of exercising regularly?
It's gonna boost your mood, and it's gonna help you lose weight. And if you exercise regularly, you're gonna have better sleep.
Yes, of course. Of course. Okay, thank you. So what about Sue and Ridling?
Yes, teacher. We think the effects of exercising regularly will be reducing stress and anxiety, and also changing, it also enhancing immune system, and I also think it will make us more energetic and alert, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So now
Thank you.
you're welcome. So now we'll be moving to the cause of car accident. What caused car accident? The effect is car accidents. So what is the cause of car accidents? Okay. We will start with Itingi and Sumya. Okay.
Yes, because of like drunk drinking too much alcohol.
Okay, drinking too much alcohol. Okay, thank you. So what about,
Not
yeah,
speed
go ahead.
limit,
Okay, speed limit, yes, of course.
and then like another distraction by phone or like fall asleep while driving.
I see.
And also like loud music.
Yeah, loud music. Okay. Okay, thank you. So now what about Sue and the reeling? Okay. What is the cause of car accidents?
We think the cause is slippery road because of the slippery road,
Ah,
and some of the car driver like reckless driving,
yeah.
and maybe mechanical issue like car issue.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So what about Cherizo and Kanjolin? What is the cause of that effect?
As teacher, driving too fast and recklessly. And another thing is car accident can happen based on the weather.
Yes.
Based on the weather. Yes.
Thank you. So what about Joe and then Dae? So what about your idea?
Teacher, we have got like poor road conditions, speeding and drunk driving can cause car accident.
I see. Okay, thank you. So now we'll be moving to another one this time. Improve language skills. So shall we start with Sue and the reading? Okay, what is the cause of improve language skills?
Yes, teacher, we have the same idea. We both think regular practices and also getting exposure, like reading or listening daily, like it can also improve our language skills, teacher.
I see. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So what
Thank you,
about
teacher.
welcome? What about Cherizo and Kanjolin? What is the cause of improved language skills?
Yes, teacher, I think consistency and motivations are the cause of improved language skills.
Okay, thank you. So what about Itingi and Sumyat? Okay.
So like by watching movies, like in that language you want to learn, and by reading books and also like attending classes, getting exposed to that language every single day. Like you don't have to do it a lot, just like 1 to 2 hours or even 30 minutes. Gonna improve like the language you want to learn and the skills. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, like this, okay? The most important thing is we need to have consistency like this, right? Thank you. So what about Joe and Tata A? How about your idea too?
Teacher, like the same idea with Nina, I think, like consistent exposure to the language through listening, reading, writing, speaking in a day. Like
Yes,
consistent exposure.
consistent exposure. Yes, thank you. So what about Cherizo and Kanjolin? How about your idea too?
Yes, teacher, we have already attempted our ideas for the course or improved language skill is consistency and motivations.
Yeah, consistency and motivation, right? Okay, I see.
Yes, teacher.
So whose group left? Whose group left? Who haven't shared your idea? Whose group haven't shared idea for the last one? Almost everybody, right? Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. You can think of lots of causes and lots of effort. For me, this is just an example I just think of. So global warming, what will be the effect? There will be the rise in temperature, melting ice caps, and extreme weather. So if we drink too much coffee, we will have trouble sleeping and increased heart rate and nervousness. And if we exercise regularly, we will have better health, and there will be the increased energy, weight loss. And then what about distracted driving? There will be the car accidents. Okay. And what about practicing English daily? So improve language skills like this, right? Okay. So maybe I think I better go with this one. Increase social media, it is the cause, and effect will be reduce face-to-face communication. And I will give you only 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, I want you to think of, okay, another effect, only one effect, okay? Increase social media use. Why? Why did this happen? And then what might be another effect? I want you to think of why people use social media more and more, especially during these days. Why? And what will be another effect? It reduces face-to-face communication, right? So I want you to think of another effect. I'll give you only 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes, shall we share it together? Okay. Okay, ready? If you're ready, could you kindly type your answer in the chat box?
Teacher, can you explain the instruction, please? Because I missed,
Okay.
I missed.
Okay, I want you to think of, okay, why people use social media more and more during these days? Why? You have to tell me one cause, and you have to tell me another effect. You are given one effect as an example, reduce face-to-face communication. What will be another effect? Okay,
Yes, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
welcome. If you are ready with the answer, could you kindly type your answer in the chat box? Okay, I received some of your answer. It can lead to procrastination and lack of motivation to do something. Okay, cause maybe. Okay, thank you for your answer, Cherizo. What about the others? And now focus on schoolwork and show progress lead to sedentary lifestyle. Yes, of course, like this, right? Okay. And now focus on school. Yes. What about the others? So why do people use social media? People use social media to stay connected with loved one and sharing update. Yes, of course. What will be the effect? It can lead to feelings of isolation and it can be addictive. Yes, of course. Thank you. What about the others? People are using social media for several reasons, reducing stress and anxiety or staying in tune with the global trend. Yes. People might get wrong information from the unreliable sources, which can even lead many disputes and problems within the state. Yes, of course, like this. Okay. And yeah. Thank you for your answer. And effect will be less social ski and increased screen time. Yes. Thank you for your answer. What about the others? Yes, another one, people are more likely to use social media. They can keep in touch with other family members or friends who live in another country with lower cost than a conventional communication system. Stay update. Overusing social media can lead to distractions and lack of concentration because of judging themselves with other people such as peer. I see. Thank you. Thank you so much for your answer here. Okay. So now, while some of you are still typing, shall we summarize what we studied so far? Now, today we study about how to write cause and effects, but we haven't studied yet. We just only study about the connectors. Which connector can we use to show cause and which connector can we use to show effect? And we study that they are sent one-to-one cause and effect relationship, and one cause can happen to several effects, or maybe several causes happen to only one effect, like those things. We study those things. And we just have a look at the structure of cause and effect essay. Tomorrow, we are going to practice more and more about how to write cause and effect essay. So up to this now, any other questions so far?
No, teacher.
All right, okay. So for those people who have already finished writing your answer, you are allowed to leave the class. So for those people who haven't finished, just stay behind.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, you're welcome. And then good night and have a nice day. Maybe good night already, right? Okay, it's good night already.
Good night, teacher.
Good night.
Teacher,
Yes.
apart from the lessons, can I ask a question if you don't mind about
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
FCE class?
Yes, go ahead.
Teacher,
Can we stop?
can I join the FCE class